Hi everyone, welcome to Iron Mike's YouTube stream, GT Sport. This is FIA race manufacturers on a Saturday. This is the final race of manufacturers. I did the second race and I tried fuel saving and it didn't really work out so well. So I thought I'd try and improve, but maybe not doing fuel saving. So trying to hopefully have a better race. And then during practice and qualifying, I found my accelerator started to play up. You know, it was flickering. I had to sort of give it a bit of a beating to try and get it to behave. There's that Stokes guy. He's one of my friends. He's in the race today. Let's hope he has a good run. I thought I'd give that Stoke guy a bit of a plug. So anyone watching, if you like a good GT race stream, check out that Stokes guy. He's I really enjoy his streams. He presents them well, and in honor of him I've put a livery, that Stokes guy. So I hope you enjoyed that. There's a number of people that I know, like Refuse Protocol. I think I have a bit of a run-in with him, unfortunately. Hidden File. So where did I qualify? 13th. It's not the best, but probably as good as I can get in my little Renault. My strengths in the Renault are probably grip and cornering. The straights, not so much. And fuel consumption doesn't seem so bad. Although if I don't fuel save, I will have to pit. So yeah, 13th I'm starting. Hopefully I have a good run. So as you can see in the top right, it's got one long straight and then lots of bends, which sort of help me out. The bigger, heavier cars don't particularly like it. But honestly, I was expecting to really fall back because my top end speed is not huge. So AB Saints, he seems alright. He's overtaken me, so I've dropped already one position. See some guys having a bit of an argument behind. That Stokes guy is, I think he's in 8th place, started 8th. So hopefully he's doing alright. So at the moment I'm in lap 1, I'm just hanging on for dear life here. And fuel saving, I'm on fuel mix 1, but whenever I can, I would, oh yeah, I slid out, wasn't happy with that. Whenever I can, I would. So I'm dropping a lot of positions there. It's a silly mistake. A few people going off, which helped out, so kind of move up a bit, as long as you stay on, which I didn't. Like I was saying, I would fuel save whenever I can, so if I see a bunch of cars up ahead, all trying to get through one corner, I would just put the gears up to maybe 6th gear and just sort of coast along while everyone else is sort of hitting the brakes hard. So I'm in 6th gear now, near the end of the long straight. I think already, yeah, I begin to see like a few cars starting to bunch up, starting to fight, which sort of, I guess in my eyes, it's like, oh good, especially when you feel like you are the slowest. You want everyone else to make life tough for each other. Keeps me in the race. just see how that Stokes guy is going. So he's, I think he started 8th. I think he worked his way up to 7th, and now he's just dropped back to 9th. Ooh, oh, that's dirty. That's alright. I think a few people had a go at that. The Honda guy, not the Honda, the Honda today. A little bit rough, I think. Generally, there seems to be respect amongst most of the racers. We seem to cross paths quite a bit. I think you'll, after it, you know, as the days, weeks, months pass, I think people begin to settle down and do their best. And once people know you, you've got your reputation to think about. You don't want to be known as dirty. So they generally behave. But some people just don't get the message. I don't know what happens to the Stokes guy, but I don't know, he just missed his break point. And chaos ensues. There's me going through the pack. I'm going to shoot forward now to myself. I've made up a number of places. So from 16th up to 11th. Feel sorry for the Stokes guy, or that Stokes guy. How's he going? I think he's still... Oh, it's only just back on track. Oh, the pain, the pain. Last race of the day, you'd be kicking yourself. So lap 4 now. Luckily I had my radar on for this so I could see the guy where he was. Just a little bit of contact, which is fine. I think it can't be helped. And then I think again, and that kind of contact is reasonable. And the hidden file makes his way through, but in this situation I thought he was like a bit of a wounded animal. He had a penalty, but he also seemed to be a little bit off key. So I thought overtaking should be possible. And just around the corner, what a horrible place to have a penalty point. Just around the corner is the markers for him to pay his penalty. So he's struggling to get uphill here. Now swing over to get out of his way, and I hit refuse protocol. Just give him a bit of a tap, wasn't intended. Flash my hazards at him just to say sorry, mate. So there's, what's that, 2 people pitting, so I've moved up to 8th. And yeah, Green Doggy's got 5-second penalty. Oh, that's horrible. So if I can't pass him, just keep up with him, and I should get past with 5 seconds. That's pretty easy. So I'm using fuel mix 1 in this race, so at some point I will need to pit. So I guess the question is when. Now it's a very short track. You seem to lap like about an average of a minute 29 there. Jump in the 6 because Raiden Arashi hit hidden file, or sorry, the Green Dog. That slowed him up. They gave me an opportunity to get past. Right, so lap 5, you can see all the people pitting now, and I wasn't ready for it. I still had plenty of fuel, I wasn't ready to pit. It really was a question of when, but guess what? I'm in first place. Stop the race, I win. I couldn't believe it. So the question is, how far am I in front? And it was only a matter of, you can see the guy behind me, it was only a matter of like maybe 2 or 3 seconds. So still had a bit of fuel. So we're on lap 6, so we've got 4 laps to go, and I think I had about 2 laps worth of fuel left. So I did think about fuel saving just to eliminate pitting. But that's 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 4 laps of pretty big fuel saving. I'm going to slow down a lot. So I began to fuel save, and then I thought not. I thought, don't do it. Don't do it. Just keep pushing and pit. Everyone else is pitted, so just do it. And I'm hoping that as people pit and come out, there's a bit of a traffic jam, people pushing for positions, slowing down, and I'm just getting ahead. But at this moment, I'm just taking the position 1 for now, knowing I'll probably lose it. Here I go, into the pits. So once again, if you haven't seen That Stoke Guy's streams, check it out, they're pretty good. If you are That Stoked Guy, you can pay me later. So, come out in 6. So, I made a bit of a mistake here. I thought, right, I've got 3 laps to go, which I do. I'll fill up with 3 laps worth of fuel, but top left-hand corner, position 6. And I'm thinking I'm in on 6th lap. So I've got 4 laps to go. So I thought I'd better put my fuel mix up, you know, to save a bit of fuel. Bit of a silly mistake, but kind of wished I'd just put a touch more fuel, so I didn't have to worry about that. So again, more people trying to battle to get past, and I'm not in a fighting position, so you kind of just let it happen and just hope it's clean, so you don't slow them down and they don't slow you down. Get near the end of the race now. Just have a quick look at, couldn't believe how far back the Stoke guy was. He's just having a rough day at the office. Battling for 14th. He started, yeah, that's right, started 8th. So, I'd love to know what happened. My guess is he's looking at the traffic behind him and just missed his brake point. Went into that sand pit and he just slowed right down. So you can see there, lap 6 and lap 7, they're pretty slow, but that's the in lap and out lap. So I'm sure everyone else would have gone through the same kind of thing. So slowly, like I came out in 6th place, in position 8. Let's see if I can bring it home. So I still have maybe a lap and a half worth of fuel. So I thought, well, I'm on 1 more lap now, so I should be able to crank up the fuel. Try and hang on to this. it's funny, you know, when you go into fuel mix and you've got a particular break point and your tyres are starting to wear a bit, and then you change your fuel mix and start to get faster, you've got to remember to just brake a bit earlier. Just everything changes. So really, I'm doing much better than what I thought I would have. Having had that early spin, lap 1 or 2 into the grass. And then that Honda guy just seems to be knocking me a bit. I was a bit disappointed about that. Sort of throws your rhythm, and then back on you get. Going a bit too fast and off again. So this is my final lap. Showing off that Stoked guy's YouTube stream. And look at the cars behind. Still vying for position. It was a pretty good race for me, from my point of view. It was. Unfortunately for that Stoked guy, it wasn't to be. But that's racing, I guess.